Okay, when I did my summarizing first time on the boat this year, getting everything set up video, I showed you that this stupid thing had broke completely, and so I capped off the line and just abandoned this. And somebody online somebody in that video suggested that lose the sprayer and put a dispenser in. So I suggested that to Anchor Girl, and she was on board. Yes, pun intended with that. And so she found one, again, from the Amazon jungle. I don't know how much it is, but whatever, I will leave a link. If this works, I'm going to leave a link in the description, and you can check it out yourself. So right now, I am going to remove this thing. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get at that. I bet you anything this is either silicone down or 420 down, or 4200, I should say. But once I break that seal, it should come out readily. I don't know if I can reach this through here. Alright, we'll leave it with me, and I'm going to see what damage I can do. Oh wow, look at that. So I determined if I removed all the stuff that was stored back here, I can reach around the sink to get at the underside of that fitting. And what happened when I pulled it out, obviously when that line went, it sprayed the antifreeze all over the place. So, like always, these simple jobs turn into bigger and bigger. So I gotta wash these and get them out of the way, dry them, because they're in the way, because everything got sprayed with the antifreeze, the plumbing antifreeze, when that line went. So again, I'm going to leave a link in the description to my video of what happened when this broke off, and why there's antifreeze in the pots and pans that were stored underneath there. Always something. Three hours later. Okay, now that I've got the dishes done, I can get back to the actual project that I was planning to do now. So let's see if I can reach in behind there and get hose clamp or something on here, channel locks to get at the nut that's under there, and pop it off. And with any luck, the hole will be the same size so that this piece can fit in there. Okay, I'm back to my old LED light, battery powered light, so it shouldn't give too much flicker. And I just want to show you where I have to get into. I can't see the camera from where my angle, so I don't know what I was just showing you, but what I'm going to tell you is I have to reach around the far side of the sink to that guy over there, and I can feel that there's a nut underneath, so hopefully I can reach it with the channel locks and get at it. Get at it. Look at that, there's still a drop of plumbing antifreeze there. I'm really glad actually that the pots and pans were down here to capture a lot of it before it went all over everywhere. So we're good. So I'm just going to dry that little spot up and then see what we see. What's my favorite tune on these jobs? One thing leads to another.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Yeah, so for the life of me, I could not reach around that corner, but look at, I could probably see it now. Oh, but that hurts my neck. So anyways, everything had to come out of this cabinet. I had to take the door off so I could lower the shelf. I was hoping to take it right out, but I think that's going to be a whole other world of hurt. So I merely dropped it down, but again, not everything is just as easy peasy as it should be in real life or on the TV shows. There was this little guy here, which is both glued and nailed in, like stapled in, just little finishing nails. So when I get this back in place, I'm gonna have to pre-drill this and then screw it onto there. But okay, so now that this is out of the way, I can get that beautiful soap dispenser in, hopefully. Sure, take out the sprayer, put in a soap dispenser, we'll have a few laughs. So here's the situation from above ground. Clearly I got that net off, I got that piece out, and the thread size is a bit smaller. I'm gonna say that is maybe 1 inch, 7/8 of an inch. This one looks like it's just over, and I thought, well, there's no way, but watch. No way. That's okay. There's something underneath that is, oh, look at that. Just beautiful. It was just a gasket. All right, nice. It's out of the way. Look at this. Wait. What the hell is stopping it? I gotta go look underneath there. Oh, it's just a nut. Okay, so that should defeat. Okay, this brings me to my next 1970s music recollection. And we are so close, but yet so far.
So close and yet so far.
Stop singing. It was, can you see that from your vantage? Here we are. So this is the canister, the reservoir that's going to hold the soap. So everything is fitting except this. So what I have to do is just notch out the back of this cabinet here, which you would never see in real life because that dives into the drawer cabinet. See that? And then once this shelf is back up here at this level, you'd have to be crouched way down like I am and looking back up to see where I'm going to notch it out. But I don't have my zippy tool with me today, so that is going to have to happen on my return trip next time I'm here at the boat. But in the meantime, what I can do is get this guy going again. So I'm just going to pull these little nails out. All right, they're just little finishing nails, and then drill a couple of holes, and then I can just set that in, like I said, with a couple of screws. So I can do that so I can get this shelf back in place so we can put all our crap back in. And then I can just simply pull that out when I do that. But it is going to fit. Oh, no big reveal yet. Let's wait till we get it all back together, Paul. Okay. So here's a simple trick for you. If you ever need to pull out a finishing nail off of a piece of trim, comme ça, easy peasy. Don't try to pull it out the top. You're just going to damage the wood. So the easier way to do it is just grab a pair of pliers, in this case channel locks, because I have them out and they're in my hand. I'm going to do it this way, and then you grab it from the back. Oops. You grab it from the back side, and you use a little bit of who's this, Archimedes, some smart Greek guy from a couple thousand years ago, and a fulcrum. Right, this is what I'm talking about, right? See that? Just popped right out. Wow. And then all you're left with is a slightly oversized hole on the good side. But of course, I mean, if you're doing trim, you're going to put another nail in anyway. So just what I would do in my contracting business, I just fire in a nail beside those holes, because then you're going to fill all the holes anyways. For me, I would be painting this, but that's just me. So anyways, just a little aside. Yeah, so there you have it. 1/8 inch bit I used to drill through the wood, and then I just went into the cabinet just a little bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch on both sides, just so I could get the screws started. And now that's in there. I'm not going to send those screws all the way home just yet, because I got to get the bracket, or sorry, the shelf back in place. So I'm just going to pull that out, put the shelf up, and put the crap back in here for the short term, and then I'll see you when I come back with my zippy tool.
One eternity later.
Yeah, you can probably hear that noise in the background. I'm just going to shut that off. That is my little plug-in heater because it is another chilly day. Here we are in April, and it's a cold day in April. But I am back on Bugaboo to finish last year's project. So here we are. I'm going to finally wrap up this project. I brought the ever important zippy tool, and so I can notch out that little piece on the gable of that cabinet there. So I'm gonna just take all the stuff out now. That's the reason why all the soap and everything that generally goes in that cabinet is still out, because I have to get in there now and finish that off. So as it has been 6 months since I was in this cabinet, let's see what's going on in there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So I got to just take out garbage can and whatever else is in here, and then drop that shelf out of the way, and then I can cut that gable out. Well, I don't cut it out, I just got to notch it out. Paul, practice your lines before you start filming. One thing leads to another again. Here is the situation, my friends. I gotta get my zippy tool in there to cut that corner out, but guess what? That drain line is in the way. I don't know if I want to remove that right now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this drawer out completely, and I'm thinking maybe I can get at it from this side. But of course, take the drawer out. Paul, don't say of course. But to take the drawer out, I have to take out, there's 2 screws here. There's a little stopper here so that the drawer doesn't come out all the way. And that is a pain because those screws are screwed from the bottom up. Here we go. Well, unfortunately, again, I don't have enough clear reach to get there, because you can probably hardly see it, but it's past this gable, because this gable is double wide, because there's the piece for this cabinet, which is just like a filler piece, and then there's the actual cabinet for the drawers, and then I have to get up and in there, and the hoses are in the way a little bit. So back to this area, and I'm gonna disconnect that drain line. Oh boy. All right, as to be expected, that this job is fighting me every step of the way, just like every other job, but this one's my fault. See the blade I'm using on my zippy tool? It's dull as hell. I can't even remember what I was using this for last time, but that blade is shot, so it's more burning this material than it is actually cutting it. So I don't have another blade with me. I do not have another blade. Fortunately, there's a hardware store not too far away, but that is going to cut into my timeline because it's getting later on in the day, and so I'm going to the lumberyard now, hardware store, sorry, and I will pick up a couple of new blades, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, here we are, finally, after nearly a year. If you can believe it, I started this job last May, 10th of May, I think it was, and today is almost the end of April, so it's been almost a full year to do a simple little job. Oh boy. Anyways, just so you know, I was able to, I got a new blade, and I was able to notch that out back there. Sorry I didn't take any pictures or video before I put this all back together. I just didn't feel like it. So now I am hoping that I can reach this around the corner and screw it on to the dispenser. Sorry. And then it should be good. Oh. Well, this must be your lucky day, because as you can see, I had to remove all the crap that was in here and the shelf, because for the life of me, I could not reach that reservoir wherever the hell I threw the stupid thing. I cannot reach it around here to get it up there. So let me just show you. Ooh. There. Can you see that? I can't point at it because I'm barely reaching in here to start, just to get the stupid camera in here. So you can see where I notched out that gable in panel, and then there is the piece that is sticking through. I the countertop. So now, really simple, all I got to do is screw the reservoir onto that without breaking something like my brain. Now it's in. Now it's screwed into place. Problem I was having doing this blind is that this piece of ductwork, which is from I think exhaust fan, I'm pretty sure, yeah, was in the way, and I couldn't see that because I couldn't see it. But can you see what happened now? Stupid fucking thing. You see this little tube that has to go in there to actually draw the soap out? Well, when I tried the fitting on from up top, like the plunger, before I had it in here, I thought, I'm going to be smart and I'm going to make sure that this piece fits. So with it out in space, this tube was too long. So I cut it. Guess what? It's too freaking short now. Stupid thing. So now I got to go to, well, it's not stupid. It's a lifeless, inanimate object. It has no feelings nor intellect. So stop yelling at it. I got to take my frustrations out on somebody. So, something, I should say. So now I got to go to the hardware store and get another little piece of tube. Oh, man. Alrighty, so for the umpteenth time, everything's back together. The shelf is back in, nice. All solid, ready for the summer. And we're just going to say for the point of this video that this is done. See, this is the part that is too short. I don't know if I just showed you that or not. So I just got to pick up that tube. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to assume that that's in and it's done. And it's working. So look at that. Hoo-ha. Only a year. So we're going to call this job done. What did it take me? Almost a year. Almost a year to the day. For a project that should have taken me only a half an hour. Let's say an hour with, fooling around with that shelf and having to get it out and refasten that little bracket for it. Let's say an hour. And here we are over 300 days later. Was it worth it? I'm going to say no. You know why? Because since this boat was built, it never had a soap dispenser there. And even last year when the soap dispenser was just sitting there doing a lot of nothing, we never used it, didn't need it. So I'm going to say thanks a lot to whoever suggested that I put that in, take the sprayer, the wand out that wasn't working and put a soap dispenser in. Thanks. For anybody who's watching this, and has maybe a significant other that suggests perhaps put a soap dispenser in, I'm going to say no. And better yet, I would say this.